Hello everyone, this is RJS or Robert from ggsgamer.com, and today we're looking at the Project Spark beta. This will be coming out, I believe, later this year on the Xbox 360, Xbox One, PC, Windows 8, I'm not sure about the other platforms, and also Windows RT tablets, I believe, as well. And currently we're checking this out on Windows 8, or 8.1 to be exact. And I've messed around a bit with the tutorials, checked them out. They're quite strong but confusing creation tools. I mean, they're more advanced than what you get in Little Big Planet, but because of that, they've had to make them more complex. We'll check them out in a little bit. But first of all, I just want to have a look around the game that you get. And if we're going to play, you can check out community levels, creation quest, which they don't actually give a description for, so I'm not sure what that's actually going to do, and crossroads, which it's kind of like an automated game creator. Because what they do for you, they give you a few basic choices that define the adventure, and that effectively creates your game. It's just a small short adventure about 5 minutes long. So I've chosen rivers.
A forest?
So we've got to choose from this. You can see desert and forest, but the desert has this icon here, which means I need credits. I don't have any at the moment, so I'm not going to use that.
Going green.
So
at night?
We'll do it at night. So what you'll find is that these options seem to cycle through. I've tried it a couple of times. They've had different options each time. The ones so far will be pretty much the same, but maybe a different order. Yes, the ones afterwards where the type of your character has.
The desired item.
At the moment, only adventures available and defend and rebuild aren't available. It doesn't tell you what
town in need is a town
they actually do. Or you just rebuild a village.
Retrieve an item of could it be stolen?
So we'll go for a forest hut.
A house in the trees? Where is this house located?
I'll stick to the
You'll
default
need to
location.
go out on a limb. The heart of the village. What will it be? Go out now. You're really branching out.
Like, as you can see, you just kind of select things as you go along. Here I actually have a choice of my type of character. The other two are both new credits. I'm going to be
How's this
a goblin. Interesting. So I need to visit the gardener when I wish to start. So that's probably what I'll do. I'm just going to check out this question mark over here first of all.
This looks like a perfect spot for.
So again, you get another choice. A sheriff's office.
Everyone should respect their authority now.
I'm not sure what can be done here. Oh. Can I break him out? Does seem a bit weird at all, but the basic idea I feel is that every part of the game has a purpose, and no, I'm going to say I've got a few more things to do first. I saw another question mark over here. So you can just explore a little bit. It's all kind of randomly generated effectively. So
do you want to know your
I'll have a work.
workable? Now you've nailed it.
So I can upgrade my weapons there. So if I get 10 coins, I can improve my damage. But by the time I've got 10 coins, I'll probably be almost finishing the adventure anyway. So let's carry on and let's kick this off. So yes, I'm ready to start. We're under attack.
What danger threatens your village? Vile bandits?
I'll go for
Rowdy
goblins.
gobbling up everything they see.
My brethren. Oh, the mean goblins setting fire to everything and destroying objects. Obviously the animations are fantastic. You're not going to get anything like the Crytek engine or the Unreal engine. So this is just its own little thing. It's for what it is though, it's not bad. I mean, you got a lot more flexibility than you would in any other type of game. You can define the rules I'll show you the creation mode later on and you can really see
Your
the level
hero
of
is
flexibility you
a
actually
hero.
get. But I've managed to defend my village, and presumably I'm going to have to go and do something now. Let's see what the gardener wants to tell us. So here you actually get a choice of whether to choose the item yourself, or whether you should just let them do it. And for surprise sake, I'm going to let them do it. So we need a magic apple. Interesting.
Your hero embarks on an epic expedition. To where? An ancient druid where in the world
Let's
will
have a
you be?
druid shrine.
Don't disturb the druids.
Now what you'll see next is that you'll actually build the path for us, which is quite interesting. So it actually connects from A to B and actually just flies through the map, creating the path for you. So like I said earlier, it's kind of like
All that
a
begins
map
ends.
generator, or game generator.
Of course.
So it's quite an interesting prospect really for this particular mode. Not sure how, once you've played it a few times though, I imagine it would get incredibly boring because it's just very repetitive. But for a little bit of a muck around, this mode's pretty good. You'll spend most of your time probably checking out other people's creations and what they've managed to create with the tools at their disposal, but you might come back to here from time to time to
What's
see
this? A mysterious
how the
observatory?
automatic generation works.
A rancher of squirrels.
Oh, sorry. Well, there's going to be extra options then. Yeah, that's how a
like
squirrel around.
fur and acorns.
Let's see what this guy's got to say. Oh, Mrs. McDonald, this is her farm? I know definitely not how to sing that. Never heard of a squirrel farm before. Oh, that's cute. What can I help with? Let's see. So what does she actually want me to do? Collect them? Herd them? Also got a squirrel there. Okay. Come on then, tell me how to use this squirrel That sounds a little bit too simple. I presume these ones aren't going to count. Or do they? Oh yeah? Got all my value enough to go anywhere. Interesting. So yeah. Yeah, none of them are following me now. So I'm not sure which way I just came from. Oh, this guy wants me. Let's see what he wants. Oh, she, sorry. Let's see what she wants. I'm suspicious. Okay, keep going. Sure, that she was going to go against me then. Oh, I got a bow and arrow. Oh, sorry. Didn't quite mean to do that. Not sure what's going on here. Ah. Finding the magic apple will affect many lives. So let's carry on this journey. Not come across many bandits yet. looks like goblins wearing it, it shows. There we are. This looks like the end point.
On guard! That is, who's on guard? The others must be on break.
Let's make this hard and have
Ready
loads
for
of
battle.
enemies. Whoa!
Care, young Spark. Your hero is nearly dead.
This went a lot worse than my first attempt. Whoa! I'm running away. Let's try and take a few of these enemies out. Ah, okay. Oh, I'm becoming bigger. Wait, here we go. That's more like it. Come on. Get back here. They're running away from me now. Is that all of them?
Nothing stands between the hero and triumph. Except a ring of martial arts master.
Let's go for this
Him will
guy.
be a great show. And a great blow. You know when they say there'll be a test? Here it is.
Oh, where's he go? Stop running away from me. Oh, no. I want to get big. I don't know how to block. Not really a block, is it?
Take care, young Spark. Your hero is nearly dead.
Let's say you heal quick. They'll make it very easy for you by healing people. Ah, I'm big now, so you're gonna die. You can see in the top right you've got actual achievements unlocked for doing various things. So, let's... oh, I need the key. There we go, collected it. And there's the magic apple.
Don't delay. The apple is crisp and delicious.
Ah, there we go, so I just teleported home. And I need to find the gardener to give the apple to. Yes, I did. Took me a very long time, that did.
Congratulations! Well done!
So now I'm just going to head into community mode and take a look at some of the available missions levels that people have created. So let's start with Barrel Smash, whatever that is. I mean, the true power of this game will be how diverse the games are that people make for it, because that's what made Little Big Planet, and that's what will definitely make this, because without much variety in the game, in the levels that people create, you're not going to keep people playing. And not everyone is created enough to create these solo levels. So you need people to create, and you also need people to play. So it's going to be interesting to see whether Project Spark will be able to attract the creatives as well as the non-creatives. And it's pretty cool, this game, actually. I mean, it's not very complicated, quite easy. I'm just knocking all these boulders down, not sure where I'm meant to go next. Nope. So I just made a mistake there, wasn't quite sure where I needed to go. It's all pretty... I'm not sure if there's meant to be a way to get over to that one, possible. But once you get to it, then you're pretty screwed, but we'll see. So it's giving me a timer, which presumably is from when I first started, so very nice of it. So the next one we're playing is called Work in Progress Hedgehog in the Fog. Let's see what this one does. So there's a lot to this game. It's going to be interesting to see how it develops over time. This seems to be a side-scroller game. I'm not sure how they managed to lock it to only being able to be side-scroller. I'm interested to see how that actually works. So it feels a bit like Limbo the one because of that. So let's jump over here. I like it so far. To reset position, press. Unfortunately, because they've given the Xbox controls, I don't know what the actual controls for that are. I'll just have to start it again because unfortunately it doesn't seem like it's been made suitable for the PC, which is strange because at the moment it's meant to be only on the PC. Granted, you can have joysticks on the PC still, but even the tutorial is best suited for keyboard and mouse, so it feels weird to me that they've made it primarily for controller, because I just don't have a clue what the left trigger button actually is on this one. They're checkpoints, but I can't use them because of no ability to actually restart from those checkpoints. So there we go, using the double jump to good advantage. Oh. I'm not sure if there's actually going to be a way to find out of this. Nope, doesn't look like it. So that's the end of this level. So this is asking us to collect as many acorns as possible before the time runs out. And if we collect an acorn, it'll give us more time. And I'm not allowed to hit any terrain. Press A. Okay. Whoa. Uh-oh. Wow. That was terrible. Okay, so you can see that it's quite hard, this level. So the idea is just to collect these acorns to try and last as long as possible. Oh no, I'm dead. So let's have one final go. The idea is not to get too low because it's going to be quite hard to find your way back up again. So here we go. And that's going to be quite awkward to reach. But here we go. Kind of fun actually, this one. It's the most like a game I've actually played so far from the community levels. The others all felt quite unfinished, didn't feel like there was actually much point to the games. With this one, you can actually see how this could be a proper game. Even though this feels pretty awkward to control, kind of punishing in the fact that you, as soon as you hit the floor, it's game over. But you can see a lot of, whoa, I almost flew off the edge then. But you can see a lot of potential for this sort of game on the market. Not on the game market itself, I mean on the community listing of levels. And I think this will be a popular level amongst the beta testers really, because it's kind of kooky, but at the same time it's fun. And I'm not quite at the high score level, but not done too bad of an account of myself. So not quite 30, 29. My current high score is 39. That was pretty interesting. Okay, so post screen. So the way this works at the moment is post screenshot your result at Project Spark, and he's going to publish your high score here. So basically, it's not a automatic high score. It would be nice if we could build that sort of thing into it. Maybe that's going to come into the final beta. But it took him 2 hours to actually make this, and for 2 hours, I think that's pretty impressive. I mean, he's not had very much time to create it. That's the advantage with this sort of tool. You can create levels very quickly, and there's such diversity with these levels. I mean, you get Tetris one time, something like this another time, 2D platformers, you get all sorts of games on this, and it's going to be interesting to see what the community can produce once it's actually out there for everyone. Okay, so we're in the creation mode now. So you can see on the screen already there's quite a lot of variety in the options you can do. For example, I'm in paint mode at the moment, so I've already got one of these templates selected. So it just quickly paints it on. So I've wanted a little bit of grass in there. Got a little bit of grass. And it's just really smart how it works. It's just painting it onto the world, and I did find that impressive when I first saw it. So next of all, down here we've got sculpt, and with this we can basically create mountains, raise the floor, that sort of thing. So we're just going to do that now. So you can see the ground is slowly but surely raising up. So what we can do, we can actually raise more of the ground in one go. And what else we can do is I can actually make it more intense, so it grows faster. So you can see that, and then the opposite thing you can do is actually, if I click this arrow, you can actually, well, it's like a lot of other options as well, but what I was looking for is you can actually click it again, so I didn't know as well which way around it works, and you can actually take out parts of the mountain as well. So if I shrink it right down but make it quite intense, you should be able to create a little cabin. And that is how some of those creative levels that we looked at, the community levels that we looked at, that's how they work in the little holes that we drop the ball through. So it's quite fascinating how that kind of comes together, really. So what's this? Biome. So I'm not quite sure how this works. Alright, so this is kind of similar to the paintbrush, but instead of just textures, it also adds some other elements into the map as well, which is pretty nice. Okay, what else does that have next to it? So we're going to put a river in. We're going to lead it just down here. And we're going to have it going off the map. That's quite easy to draw. So a lot of these other options are completely gone at the moment, but you can still erase a little bit. It's not erasing the river though, which I got surprised about that. What else have we got? So this is prop mode. Basically this is where you can add characters and items into the game world, basically. So for example, we're choosing this little guy here. And as you can see, this has got quite a lot of rules already in place actually. This surprised me. So that's a wandering villager. So I want to prop something else down. So you got a load of little options here. Creates a little stone ring. So I click play, let's see what this looks like. So we've already got a little bit of a map already. This is my hero, and that's the wandering villager I just added. And you can see this ring. Granted, it doesn't do anything, but you can already see the world coming together. And that's the little weird mountain that we put together. A little bit of a paddling pool. Well, a bit bigger than a paddling pool, but same difference. So you can see the world is already coming together quite well. Obviously, it looks a bit better at the moment, but you can already see the potential that you'd get at this game. So I'll come back out, and go back into edit, and what I want to do is muck around with this. So basically, with each item, you can define certain properties. So, for example, you define when a certain item, when certain something happens, do this. So let's see what options we get here. So we're in objects. Okay. Not sure what this is actually going to do, but we're just mucking around a little bit. Okay, that didn't seem to really help. Okay, so now we've done that, let's put some extra items in here. That looks like a bridge to me. Not sure, it's a little bit big though, so what we can do, we can actually turn it around. Oh, we can turn it around, but we can also shrink it a little bit. So it's pretty cool how you can just place these items wherever you want, really. Let's put this in next. And again, we're going to shrink it down. Nah, let's not bother with that. So, looking again at this wandering village, you can actually see a lot of different properties on this. So, I'm trying to work out what all of it actually does, but it effectively looks like it's telling it. For example, here it's saying when objects closer than 10 are enemies, move away at speed 0.5, whatever metric that's actually in. But still, you can see a bit of the ideas of how it works. And the main idea you've got to do is it would require a lot of experimentation to decide exactly what you want to do, how you want it to work. Because from what I've done so far, there wouldn't be much of a game to have. So I mean, I can put a goblin in here and then click play. And you can see that we've already got a goblin wanting to attack us, so I can attack him back. And any second now, here we go. I've got a little plaything as well. So you can see, whilst what I've created is absolutely horrible and is just a very small environment, you can create all sorts of random and interesting ideas. I mean, I've seen Tetris already, and this is only a few weeks into the game. Once the game is released and is in the wider public, and you've had months to work with these tools, it's well, the mind is learning effectively, because it's just going to be fantastic to see all these different levels coming up. So that is the Project Spark Beta. I hope you enjoyed the video. I tried to touch upon all the different parts of the game without going into too much detail. If I want to keep the video fairly short, you can see that there's already quite a wide diverse array of levels available to you. We've had Tetris, we've had 2D platformers, we've had that last Squirrel game we just tried out. So there's a lot of already levels coming about, and what you saw with Little Big Planet is that a lot of people are very creative. And given the right tools, they'll be able to create some really good experiences, and I'm sure we're going to see that once the game comes out. We went into the creation mode, so you got to see how the actual levels get created. You could raise mountains, bring them back down again, change the size of objects very easily. create objects and characters into the game and then controlled how they behave. That looks like quite a complicated part of the game though, especially when we're looking at characters that are already in the game. And I think that area could do with more work on explaining how to use it. The tutorials is only the one tutorial at the moment which explains very quickly how to create an area, but I think there could be a lot more to it. The other area we also dived into was crossroads within the play area, and that basically allowed us to generate an adventure as we played, and it's kind of an automatic game creator effectively. So rather than having to spend a couple hours creating your own levels and then playing it or showing it to other people or finding other people's levels, you could just quickly dive in and specify a few parameters and boom, you're in a quick adventure. The only type of game available there was adventure. There seemed to be repair and defend as well, which aren't available yet, so it'll be interesting to see how they work out. Obviously they're going to get quite repetitive very quickly. The main meat of the game will be the community levels that get created. I'm excited to see how that goes. We're going to be continuing to preview this over the next few days, and check out the full preview on ggsgamer.com. Check out our Twitter account at ggsgamer, and on there we're also currently, I believe, giving out a couple of codes for this beta, so check that out. All you need to do is follow us and retweet our tweet, and also we're on Facebook and obviously YouTube, as you can see. Please like this video, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this and other videos. We're doing a few playthroughs on different games. There's a video playthrough on Walking Dead that Vicky's doing, and we're also doing a playthrough on XCOM at the moment as well. So check out our videos, check out the website, and see you again soon.